like a pivot, and I just gotta say yeah. And it's getting stronger.
So we supposed to be recording or we singing?
I think we supposed to be recording.
Oh.
But you had got carried away, so whatever. So hey guys, welcome back to our channel. And today we are going to give you guys a little bit of history, a little bit of information on our background and how we met and how we became this unit, right? That you see right here in front of you. So, you know, I'm gonna let her start because she always start the story and then I be having to finish it and add my little 2 pieces, 4 pieces, and the biscuit. Okay.
The meal ain't complete without the biscuit.
It got to have the biscuit. Okay.
All right. So, in a nutshell, she stalked me for like 2.5 years before I even was like, okay, let me see what this girl is about. No, I'm joking. That's not what that.
No, you really wanted to say I had stalked you, but it's okay. I did not.
I mean, you looked after me for a while, you know.
Looked after you. That's what people do with their cheering.
Okay, not looked after me. Let's see. You checked my whereabouts to see.
I was not following you.
Okay, then you give your version, and then I'll
well, go ahead.
chop it up, chop it and screw it.
Give your version. Go ahead.
All right, so this is actually how we met. So I was auctioning. I was actually being an auction at one of the clubs where we live at in Fort Lauderdale. I was gonna be on an auction. It was like around Memorial Day 2015. I was on the flyer, so this flyer was going around on social media, letting everybody know that Max was gonna be up for auction. So the whole thing behind the auction was whoever won me or bidded on me the most, I had to take them out on a date. Short story, cut all the juicy pieces out. I never made it to the auction, but somehow, some way, I made it to her Facebook page because she saw me on this auction paper, and I showed up on her People You May Know, and she friend requested
Y'all know
me.
what happened when y'all see somebody on the People That Y'all May Know and they be looking like real good and stuff. You have to send them a motherfucking friend request.
That's what happened?
Friend request.
So everybody that look good, you send friend requests too? That's what you're telling me?
No, that's not the case because everybody don't look good, but...
Alright, I'll take it as a compliment.
Okay.
So she, we became Facebook friends, and she always, we would converse like via inbox. Like she would just randomly send me like these memes, and she don't know, but a lot of the times when she would send me the memes, they actually would make my day because she had no idea what I was going through on the other side of those messages. 3 years, have never seen her face to face. We would have conversation, and then there was a time like towards the end of 2016 when I lost a big part of me. My 9-year-old godson had passed away, and she showed up to the viewing. All I did was put his information on my social media, and she showed up, and I was like, wow, like this person, I've never seen her in person until she showed up to my godson's viewing. I was like, okay, so now I got a face with the name. You know, I was like, okay, so yeah, she looks like her Facebook picture. She's real.
No catfish.
She ain't tall, but she real.
Solid. No catfish.
She real. So that was like in November, and then February, fast forward to February of the following year, it was not my grandma's birthday, it was my mom's birthday, which is February 8th, which is also the anniversary of the day that my grandmother passed away. So I didn't want to do anything on that day. I'm a teacher, so I actually called in a substitute that day because I just didn't want to do anything. But I actually turned that day into a lunch date. I'm like, you know what? Let me just see what this girl about. Let's go have lunch. Let's do something. So we end up going to lunch, and she's kind of been stuck on my hip ever since February 8th. Literally stuck on my hip.
So this is actually like the first time you ever told a story, and for the most part, the story was correct.
What you trying to say? You said I was leaving out parts?
You be leaving out parts, like important.
Because you're the storyteller.
Pieces.
I'm the person that gathers the facts. But you're the storyteller. It's because you're so animated.
That sounds like I'm just a liar.
No, like you just dramatic as heck.
Well, whatever.
Me, I'm the calm one. She is definitely fire, and I'm the calm. You know what I'm saying? That's our balance. Okay, so give your version of what happened.
So my version of what happened was, she appeared on the People I May Know on Facebook.
But how did I appear in People You Know? Why did I appear?
I think you appeared because you were actually on the flyer for Memorial Day weekend for Jay's Nightclub, which is a very popular gay club here in South Florida. And the flyer was going around, so I did see the flyer. Because so many people that I knew were tagged in the flyer, I think that's how it made you populate on the People That I May Know. So
it's weird because we don't even know the same people.
We don't. And then the profile picture that she had on her Facebook account, y'all, it was just like, well, she was, she looked good on her picture or whatever. So I was like, ooh, let me send her a friend request. We got a lot of friends in common, whatever. Send her a friend request. And then ever since then, we were like Facebook friends. And she would post things because she's very witty, right? So she would post things and she would be posting memes, or she would just be posting things just, about life or about dating or about relationships. And that's the way that we started to converse, was via Facebook, me commenting on her post, her commenting on my post. And then, like she said, a lot of the posts that she would put, if they were funny posts, they would really make my day, because like sense of humor is like something that is just like one of those things for me that you have to be funny. Like, and so that was a really big deal for me. So we started communicating that way. What she did leave out is that it was strictly platonic at that time. Like, it was nothing beyond.
Oh, I left for the parts when you would flirt and I would like let it go over my head.
Nobody talk about that.
Oh, well, what could you possibly be?
I was fixing to say that she left out the part that both of us were in relationships at that time.
Okay.
I was in a relationship that I had been in for a while. She was also in a long-term relationship. Both of our relationships were coming to an end, and that's just based on our personal opinions of the status of the relationships at that time. I was not actively looking for a relationship. I was not, being disrespectful to my relationship at any point, because it was just friends. Regular communication via Facebook. And then it started to get to the point, after maybe like a year or 2 years, it would get to the point where I would send like little comments and stuff on her post, and I would actually be flirting.
And it would just go,
she don't wear these glasses for nothing, honey. Sis couldn't see what was going on under posts, okay? She couldn't see it.
But look, Facebook reminds me now of these posts, and I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. You were flirting, but at the time, I couldn't address it because I was involved. So I'm not that person. Like, if you're throwing shots at me, it's just gonna go. And I would kind of like call people out if they was hitting on me. And she said she didn't want to be that person.
I wasn't gonna be that person. You wasn't finna embarrass me on Facebook. Talk about I was in your inbox. Nope.
Nah,
not this girl.
I just was a respectful person, so. It wasn't until after I was out of that relationship, and Facebook, Facebook kind of remind you and stuff. And so now, even to this day, we would go back and be like, oh, so that was your you hitting on me. And she was talking about, girl, you finally got it. And I'm like, girl, yep. But, that's kind of like how we got off the ground, and we kind of been.
Yeah, we've been cool like ever since. Yeah. And like she said, that day, I was off. I wasn't working that day. And the day before, she was like, oh, let's meet up. Let's go to lunch. I'm going to take you to this place. And I was like, okay. And I'm not from Fort Lauderdale. Like, I am a city girl, 100,000,000%. Like, Broward County is not my stomping ground. So she was like, oh, we going to go to Rock Bar. I'm like, what is Rock Bar? Because I don't know nothing about Fort Lauderdale. I'm not even.
Okay,
like
so
that.
Rock Bar is on Fort Lauderdale Beach. At the time, I was living in downtown Fort Lauderdale, which is like a skip and a hop from the beach area. And she told me she must really like me because she doesn't travel past the stadium where the Dolphins play.
Right.
So in order, like where I live compared to where we live now is maybe like 35 to 40 minutes away. So when she came to, because I had just had surgery on my leg, like I was like hopping, like it was bad physically for me, but I wanted to meet her. So we ended up going to have lunch, and I was like, okay, well, she's tiny, like she's tiny, like. She a strong 4'11" on a good day.
I'm 5 feet. That's what my ID say.
But you put your own height on your paperwork when you do your ID.
Well, that's what they was gonna get.
All right.
5 feet.
We'll go with 5 feet. I'm 5'7". So yeah, I'm 5'7". Remember, I just got measured at Dr. Livingston.
Yeah. Okay.
So her stick is line because they had me stand straight up like this and all. But we kind of. I like the fact that we were friends first for years before we even decided to take this off the ground. And this is where we are. 90 days away. Well, we're less than 90 days away.
We're less than 90 days away
now
at this point from
becoming a one unit.
From becoming, one unit. We're less than 90 days.
This my dog, man. Like, she try to be my mama sometimes, but 90% of the time, she my dog. This my dog for sure. this my friend, man. Like, I like her.
So
like, a lot.
And that's how we ended up here and getting ready to venture out into this next part of our lives, this next part of our relationship. And we just want you guys to know that we are like an open book. Like any questions you guys have about our relationship or about the lifestyle in general, because we know that sometimes it can be really, really complicated. Just always like drop the comments or the questions down below and we'll make sure that we answer those. We have a couple of more videos that we have lined up for you guys where we kind of take you on this little journey about us and things that are going on, and the 90-day mark that we're getting ready to hit. Fingers crossed everything goes the way that we want it to go. We're less than 90 days away.
You all right?
I'm all right.
You good?
I'm good.
All right.
That's
well, we
it.
hope you guys like our video, comment, subscribe. I'll also put in the description area where you can follow our actual wedding website, also our mutual Instagram, so you guys can follow our journey through pictures. So hey, this is a snapshot of Max and Ra.